you have to sit there and say, I release the outcome, and imagine your hand, holding out your hand, because you can't receive anything when your hand is closed. You can't. I could have the best thing, something way better than I imagined, planned for me, thrown right in my face. But if my hand is closed around the outcome that I am forcing and the outcome that I am attached to, I'm not going to be able to receive it. And you realize your hand is not empty, it's open. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Life Coach Meg Ellis, here to help you create your absolute best life ever. And today we are doing that by talking about releasing the outcome, forcing things, refusing to let go of things. Ooh, I know it's this concept that, one, I see all the time in coaching, and two, personally am overcoming myself. So it's just part of life. Part of being a human. We want control. We think that this control is actually going to help us in life, when really it is one of the biggest illusions that you could ever subscribe to. We think we can control all of these things when you actually think about how many things are out of your control. It's going to do one of two things. It's either going to give you insane stress, or you can learn how to see that as a good thing. So that's what we're going to focus on today. We're going to be reviewing this concept of releasing the outcome. And if you've never heard of that before, then tune in, because it is imperative for manifestation. You are actually blocking your own desires coming to you by refusing to release the outcome and holding on and controlling your desires. I don't care how much you want it. If you are trying to control it, you are actually keeping it from coming to you. So I'm actually going to teach you ways that you can shift your mindset to release the attachment that we have to specific things. And typically things that we really, really want or we really, really care about, we can develop this attachment to them, right? Like where it has to happen. And we force things, and that's where we get into this mindset of controlling things. And that's actually creating resistance in your life. So I'm going to teach you how to stop doing that so you can feel more light, right? You can feel lighter, more filled with peace, and actually open yourself up to new opportunities. So if you are somebody who struggles with control or forcing things in your life, you can't let go of things, this episode is for you. So let's talk first about what it specifically means to release the outcome, if you've never heard that before. And really, it's just detaching from a specific result that you want. Maybe it's this timeline of your manifestation. It's this specific desire. And it's when you release the outcome, you actually allow for trusting the universe to deliver it to you. And I use this example all the time. If you're new to the show, know that I am a SoulCycle instructor. I've been teaching fitness for 10 years. It's my 10-year fitness anniversary. It's also my 10-year Houston anniversary. I've been in Houston for 10 years and teaching fitness for 10 years. So you can imagine how important that was to me. Something I actually quit my 9-to-5 job to pursue teaching indoor cycling full time. And really, it was about the time that I was starting my life coaching company, but I really was invested into SoulCycle. And I had been with the company for a couple of years. I loved it. I love the company. It's a big company. It's globally known. It was a great place to be working. And I was up for a promotion. And this actually happened multiple years in a row. And I really wanted the promotion, right? Why do you think I wanted it? Well, if I were to go back, why did I want that, right? Asking yourself, why do I want this is a pretty good place to start when it comes to releasing the outcome. Why do I want this? Well, I wanted more money. I wanted the recognition, right? I wanted all of these things. I wanted to be promoted because I thought I deserved it. All these things are valid reasons, but I was so gung-ho, like hands grasped so tight around, I want to be promoted to this level. And then 2 years in a row, not even 1 year, 2 years in a row, I have to sit down with my talent manager and have the heart-wrenching, soul-crushing, right? It's not soul cycle, it's soul-crushing conversation of why I did not qualify for the promotion. And I'm sitting there like, what? You have got to be kidding me. These are my numbers. This is what I've done. This is where I've gone above and beyond for the company. All of these things. And I'm forcing it, right? I even got my answer and didn't settle for it. And I'm writing these angry emails afterwards, like, this is why I should have gotten the promotion. And that is something that I was trying to force in my life. And here's the thing. What happens is when you are attached to a specific outcome, it actually blocks you from everything else because you are inviting tension and resistance in your life. So check this out if you've never really explored the resistance, not only that you are inviting into your life, that you are actually creating in your life. Listen up, because it blocks the flow of energy. And that is where manifestation happens, when energy is flowing, when you are co-creating with the universe, co-creating, meaning you don't have both hands on the wheel, you just got one. It blocks that flow of energy. So this is what resistance looks like. And there's tons of versions of resistance out there. Not letting go of things, seeking approval, judging other people, judging yourself, not being able to receive. Today, we're going to be focusing on 2 types of resistance. And that looks like forcing things and control. So when you are in this state of controlling things, you are not allowing your life to happen because you cannot control and allow at the same time. Those are 2 different things and you can't do them both. So you just got to think to yourself, okay, when it comes to all these things in my life that I really want, am I controlling them or am I allowing them? So that's the first question you got to ask. And some signs, you're like, I don't know, like, what am I doing? Some signs that you are filled with this resistance, right? In this case, it's forcing things in control. The biggest sign is you feel crappy. You feel crappy about it. And you start to throw on these words at the end of what it is that you want, right? I want to feel happy, but I will feel happy if. I'll feel happy if I get this soul cycle promotion. Okay, why are we... Here I am thinking I can control it. And I get into this mindset of I'm trying to control my happiness. But what happens is we remove it from within us and we attach it. We attach our happiness, our fulfillment, our peace, whatever it is, to these things outside of us. And we say, I will be happy if this relationship works out, if this person gets their life together, if I get this promotion, if this thing works out, if I get X amount of likes on my social media platform, all these things. And what happens is we hold on too tightly to the result that we want. I'm only going to be happy if I get the soul cycle promotion. And what happens is that leads to feelings of lack, scarcity, impatience. Ooh, that's a big one. Impatience. I'm not going to be happy until I get the soul cycle promotion. When is it going to happen? Oh, we don't have promotions for another year? Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be happy for another year. And we actually put off our own happiness and peace and fulfillment and all these high vibe, energetic emotions. We put those off and we do it ourselves because we're holding on so tightly to this whatever is after the if. If. And when we do that, we experience lack in our lives because I'm not going to be happy if I don't have that. I don't have the soul cycle promotion. Therefore, I'm not going to be happy. That is lack. I am focusing on what I don't have. Scarcity. I don't have the promotion. Impatience. When's it going to come? And so I'm filled with all these lower vibe emotions, angry, I'm frustrated, I'm impatient. I don't know why patience is a virtue. I don't know why hurry the F up isn't a virtue. I wish it was, but it's not. And we get so caught up in these negative, low vibe emotions that we forget to trust the process. And we are so focused on getting exactly what we want that we cut ourselves off to this opportunities for more. One of my favorite mantras, write this down, stick it on a Post-it note, say it every day. I'm going to get what I want or something better. It's one of the only times I even use the word or, because I am an and kind of person. But or something better. Wow. Or something better, you're telling me if I alleviate the control on getting what I think I want, because I can only see as far as I can see, right? My present self. I don't know what the future holds, but the universe does. My higher self does. My soul does. Why am I trying to create this outcome on my own rather than releasing it and letting my future self, my higher self, my soul, the universe help me co-create the highest good for all? And me, I'm in that. I'm one of all. And this is where that trust comes in. But you can't trust and control at the same time because you cannot allow and control at the same time. So in my own personal example of 2 repeated years of not getting this soul cycle promotion, and trust me, I stayed in the low vibe emotions for a long time. I had to really lick my wounds, especially on that second round, where I'm like, why is this happening to me? You ever think that? Like, why is this not working out? I'm spinning in circles. I deserve it. I've tried so hard. Yes, all these things are true, but I was cutting myself off for the bigger picture, what the universe already had planned for me that was, hey, trying to work it out for me. Like, hey, like knock, knock, knock. Don't focus so much on soul cycle. Yes, it does bring you happiness and it can be a great part of your life, but I have something better planned for you. It's called your own life coaching company. Wow. Doesn't that sound amazing? Get out of your own way. Stop blocking and resisting your own manifestations of these things that you want to feel and experience and the greatness of life and the highest good that you can't see yet, but I can. Whew. You can't see everything yet. Accept that and embrace it. It's not a bad thing. That is an amazing thing. If you could see everything that you know is going to happen, that tells me you're not dreaming big enough. So you got to release the outcome, release this attachment. And then you can open yourself up to the or something better. That sounds great. Well, you're telling me that I can get what I want or something better. Yes. And I'm going to show you how to do this. And if this episode speaks to you, tune into my online life coaching membership. It is amazing. It has courses on this. It has meditations on this. It has Enneagram resources on this. You can meet other like-minded, high-vibe people who will help get you there faster. So see how you can get your special offer. It's in the show notes. But we'll go back to releasing the outcome. I'm going to teach you how to do all these things. This is what I do. This is what I love to do. This is what the universe had planned for me. So it said, hey, don't invest all your energy in soul cycle because the world needs you to show them how to release the outcome and give them coaching tools that they can use on their own and grow every single day. That's what we have planned for you. That's the or something better. So this is how you do it. The first step, it's a mindset shift, just like everything else. You're not thinking, why is this happening to me? It's happening for me. And you got to see it like that. You have to open yourself up to that. I have a whole podcast episode on that. So subscribe, go back a couple episodes. You'll see a whole episode on this is happening for me. And you have to believe that. And when you're shifting your mindset, shift it away from the actual outcome, the soul cycle promotion, and shift it onto a feeling instead. So you're going to ask yourself, how do I want to feel when I achieve this? And these answers are going to be like something like happy and peaceful, fulfilled, recognized, important, all of these things. And you got to think, is there another way? Any other way other than the lone path that you have carved out? Is there another way that you might be able to feel this way, that you haven't imagined this way yet, but could it be possible that there might be a different outcome, could be better, other than the one that you have planned to feel this way? Yes. For me, I wanted to feel recognized. I wanted to feel seen. I wanted to feel proud. For my soul cycle promotion, guess what? There's tons of other ways in life that life gave me, universe delivered to me to allow me to feel those ways too. I just had shut myself off to any other lane other than the one I was so focused on. So you have to release, you have to open your hand. And the soul cycle example, I love that example because it's just so true of like something that I was so passionate about that I can still be passionate about, but it wasn't the end all game for me, right? There was something bigger. I had that or something better life that I opened myself up to. But this happened to me the other day. I caught myself in it again just the other day, 2 days ago. You know, because I have the or something better. I have my own life coaching company. I have my own podcast and YouTube channel, and I get to travel the world hosting wellness retreats. I love that. But, or should I say and I still have aspirations. I still want to write a New York Times #1 best-selling novel. I want to go on TED and do a TED Talk and do multiple TED Talks. I have all these big goals. And if you are somebody who is really goal-oriented, which you probably are if you're listening to a personal development podcast, we get caught up in all of the things that we want to do that we forget to be happy where we are, right? I'll be happy when? I'll be happy if I get the TED Talk, if I get the best-selling book. And the other day I was journaling, and this is why practicing gratitude is the second way. So we have the mindset shift is the first technique that you can apply to start releasing the outcome, but applying gratitude is the second one. And I have a gratitude challenge coming up next month in October. So check that out. The link is also in the show notes for that. You can join that challenge. Or if you're listening to this after October, you can actually do that on your own accord too, if you missed the group challenge. But practicing gratitude is that second step that you can do to begin to release the outcome. And this is where I caught myself the other day. It's like, I have all these big goals and dreams and desires and manifestations, and I'm really happy where I am. And I had this kind of overwhelming feeling of gratitude of being like, oh my gosh, if my life was exactly like this every single day. You know, I woke up and it's starting to get a little cooler here in Houston, and I think it was 71 degrees. And I'm sitting outside on my back patio, and the dogs are running around, and the sunshine's coming through the trees. I have this beautiful tree in my backyard. I'm sitting there journaling, and I have my coffee, and I have my little gratitude practice. And I'm just looking around like, oh my gosh, if every day were like today, I would be happy. And that's why it's so important to practice gratitude, because oftentimes we forget that we're happy. And that happiness, that peace, that fulfillment, all of these are really high vibe emotions that sometimes we get caught up in the big picture, and we forget that, hey, we're already happy. And the more we experience those positive high vibe emotions, happiness, fulfillment, peace, the more we resonate on that level, and we attract more things that make us feel happier, more peaceful, and more fulfilled. So don't forget to be happy. That's the second step. Don't forget to be happy. Be happy now. Think about all of these things that you're grateful for. That's why I'd love for you to join the challenge, because it's just such a simple thing that we forget to implement into our lives, gratitude. And so join me. I'd love to teach you all of these ways that you can really implement gratitude in all aspects of your life, because I guarantee you, you're probably missing a couple. So check that out in the show notes. The third way that you can begin to release the outcome is start saying those mantras. I am open to getting what I want or something better. I trust the universe. I trust the universe has the highest good planned for me. And you start saying these things out loud, and the more you say them out loud, the more you believe them. You can use these affirmations, you can meditate on them, you can journal about them, but really bringing this positivity into your life. I trust the process. What does that actually look like? And this is so important, but we have to surrender. That's why that meditating, the journaling, the affirmations, it's so important, because we have to surrender and say, we don't have all the answers. We just don't. We don't. I do not have all the answers, but that is okay, because the universe does, my soul does, my higher self does. So tap into those resources more. Surrender. Literally throw your hands up and say, I don't have the answer. I release the outcome. I literally did that in a meditation the other day. I felt so good afterwards. I released the outcome and heard a little voice that said, everything's going to work out great. Everything's going to work out great. You have to be patient, though. And so we have to listen. We have to drown out the noise, carve out some time for yourself, and sit there. Be present with yourself. Be present with your emotions. Be present with your higher self. Be present with the universe. Be present with your spirit guides who are literally there to help you. We just have to ask, say, hey, help me out. What should I do? And we have to take that time, and you have to sit there and say, I release the outcome, and imagine your hand, holding out your hand, because you can't receive anything when your hand is closed. You can't. I could have the best thing, something way better than I imagined planned for me, thrown right in my face. But if my hand is closed around the outcome that I am forcing and the outcome that I am attached to, I'm not going to be able to receive it. So I have to open my hand by being present, by asking for help, by sitting with how I feel, sitting with how I want to feel, and being open to other ways to experience those emotions, to being happy now and to realizing that I'm happy now, to taking the time to realize I'm happy now. And you realize your hand is not empty, it's open. So you can receive exactly what you want or something even better. And I promise you, when you start to eliminate this resistance that you're holding on to in your life, you will have increased alignment, because your positive vibration is going to attract other things that are on that same wavelength. Positivity will come into your life. That energy will be allowed to flow. And that's what allows manifestations to flow and come more easily to you and more naturally. So your hand is not empty. It's just open. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. Send it to a friend who you know would benefit from alleviating a little bit of control in their life, so they can begin to release the outcome and actually receive their desires or something even better. So make sure you check out the online life coaching membership too, because it has tons of resources like this. Well, that's all I got for you today. Of course, I'm going to leave you the same way. It's my absolute favorite way to leave you, and it is this: expect good things always, and they will happen.